Hey, Racer fans, don't forget to check out GoRacers.com. It is the home for every Murray State fan. And also, don't forget to visit the photo store and the fan shop on GoRacers.com. Make it your homepage today. We're back here on the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher, Dave Winder with you, and we're going to spend a little bit of time this segment talking with your two coordinators, Ashley Anders, your defensive coordinator, and then Mitch Stewart, your offensive coordinator. Two guys that have jumped in. Of course, Ashley has been with you a long time as well. Two guys that are integral parts of what you're doing here at Murray State.
There's no question about it. I'm real pleased to have a great staff. We have a young staff, and that's kind of the way I like it, Dave. Coach Anders has been with me for a long, long time, since back in '02, and then Coach Stewart actually played for us at Valdosta State, and this will be his first year being the coordinator. Now, he's been with me a long time, so he knows what to do. He knows what's expected of him. It ought to be a lot of fun seeing his growth as the coordinator, but it ought to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to be better on defense than we were last year, so I know Coach Anders is excited about that.
I know he is, and we sat down with both coordinators this week, and here's some of their thoughts as we head into this first game against Louisville.
We feel like speed is the main contributor to helping you win, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Because the way offenses are nowadays, I mean, man, they're getting the fast receivers, the fast running backs, and you have to kind of match that defensively in order to have a chance to be successful. So, when the season was over with, our recruiting need, we emphasized that on speed, and not only on speed, but guys who just enjoy playing the game. Sometimes you have a guy that may not be as fast, but man, when he loves to play the game and he actually runs as fast as he possibly can, that's a great combination.
So, overall it was nice because going into spring, you always keep it pretty base just so you can get an evaluation on all your kids and make sure everybody's back, status quo, that sort of thing. And then going into summer and going into fall camp, the thing that we've been very pleased about was we were able to get a pretty good installation in. We were able to put a lot of offense in a little bit of time because our kids could handle it. And now, going into the season, now that you've got to look at all of those plays and all of that stuff that you wanted to see, now you can kind of condense and that sort of thing and figure out what you want to go into the first week.
I love sitting down and talking with your assistant coaches and kind of picking their brain a little bit about what they're thinking, what you're trying to accomplish. And you know what? That all comes back to the head coach and how you all get on the same page. And it just seems like the second training camp that you've gone through here at Murray State, a lot smoother than the first one because everybody's on the same page. The players know what is expected. And you have had a good camp leading up to this first game.
I think we have had a great camp. It's a lot different than year one, mainly because the players know what to expect now. I mean, most of our coaches, either they've been with me a long time or they just kind of fell in line in a hurry. But our players have really taken hold of our beliefs, the way we want things done, and I think they've worked hard. They've worked a lot harder this year than they did year one. Hopefully that'll in turn produce more victories, but it is a fun group to coach, and we're very optimistic about the upcoming season.
Well, and I think probably maybe the side of the ball that we're going to see the most improvement this season would be defensively. You've added some speed. You think you're better on defense, don't you?
Well, I do. I think we have better players over on defense than we had a year ago. I think that our scheme, they know it better. And I think we got some guys that they're just athletically, they can do the things that we want them to do. And, you take a guy like Dontrell Johnson, what a great season he had. But in the first part of last year, he was a little cautious in some things that he did. As the season progressed, he got better and better. Now he's year two. We expect him to be much better this season as we head into the Louisville game.
Well, and he's one of the leaders on the team, too. And you've got a lot of leaders on this team.
Sure, and I just use him as an example. And familiarity breeds success, I think. And hopefully we will be more successful this year. I know one thing, we are a much better tackling team, and that's something that plagued us each and every time we did this show last season.
Well, we're looking forward to that first game Thursday night against the Louisville Cardinals. It's the opener of the 2011 season. And we're going to take another break here on the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the entire 2011 schedule, and we'll also take a look at the difference makers, some that you may not have thought of, next on the Racer Report.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
At New Wave Communications, we've made a commitment to provide the best in communication services to our customers and to provide a positive impact in the communities we serve, which is why we're thrilled to have won the prestigious Independent Operator of the Year award, given each year to one cable company in the country for distinguished excellence in technology, operations, and community involvement. Thank you for giving New Wave the opportunity to serve your community. We truly appreciate your business.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher. And as we start this 2011 season, we know the game Thursday night against the Louisville Cardinals. And, Coach, I know you're excited about that. There's nothing like opening night. You've gone through a long camp, and these kids want to play, don't they?
Well, they do, and we want to coach. You know, we work so hard all season long, just like all the other sports do, but we play fewer games than any other sport. We get 11 opportunities, so it is nice. Of course, we go to Papa John's Stadium playing a FBS opponent, a great football team. It's going to be a big challenge, a difficult challenge for us, but we're excited about the venue, the atmosphere that will be provided to us that evening of September the 1st.
Let's take a look at this schedule. After the Racers play at Louisville on Thursday night, then they're going to hit the road for Itta-Bena, Mississippi to play Mississippi Valley State. And then the home opener is against Tennessee State. It's family weekend at Murray State on September the 17th. Then it's a Thursday night game at UT Martin, and then home against Jacksonville State to start October. And Coach, those are some big games coming up, and actually our home opener is a little later this year than it has been, but I know our fans are looking forward to watching the Racers play here at the stadium.
Yeah, the way the schedule worked out, with us moving our Louisville game to a Thursday night, we had to do some shuffling, last-minute shuffling, so that's where the Mississippi Valley game came in. And then, of course, Tennessee State was supposed to be off the schedule this year, and they're back on. We got Georgia State, get to play in the Georgia Dome this year, which will be a big thrill for a lot of our players. It'll be a big thrill for me growing up watching the Falcons play in the Dome. So it is. It's going to be another tough schedule. I think the conference is pretty even like it was last season, with Jacksonville State, Eastern Kentucky, and Southeast Missouri probably leading that pack. We just hope that we play well enough to slide on into championship talk as the season progresses.
Well, we've talked today about the all OVC picks for the Racers, the Brockmans and the Harrises and the Johnsons and the Cullens, you know, those guys. But there are some others on this team that you may not have heard about. And we're going to talk about some difference makers here, Coach. And we shot some video of these kids in recent practice. And you came up this morning with wide receiver Patrick Robertson, defensive back Darian Skinner, also linebacker Blake Salter, and then one of your offensive linemen, Roderick Tomlin. These are 4 guys, and you've got others on the team, but just 4 in particular that we wanted to talk about today.
Well, I wouldn't. You can use the term difference makers, and these are guys that need to have a big year in order for us to be successful. The list goes on, but those are 4 that I really just stood out. Pat didn't play last year due to some academic issues, but he's a big, strong target who plays our X position, and he's got to have a big season. That was the same position Marcus Harris had over 90 catches last year, so we're expecting some productivity from that spot. Darian Skinner had a tremendous spring at cornerback, and we're really excited about him. And I think between him and Dontrell Johnson, our corner positions could be as good as anybody in the league. And then you look to the linebacking core, Blake Salter. He comes in, he's the incumbent at Mike. That's the quarterback of the defense. Wonderful spring in camp. He really wants to be that guy. And then Roderick Tomlin, he's the right tackle. We got a fine offensive line that works great as a group, but he's one that we're expecting big things from as well this season.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing those young men take the field, and looking forward to the Racers taking on Louisville on Thursday night. We've got our final break here coming up on the Racer Report. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up with head coach Chris Hatcher here from Stewart Stadium on the Racer Report.
New Wave Advantage number 3, the President's Club. This is Jim. Jim just signed up for New Wave's Tidal Wave package, giving him the best in television, internet, and telephone service. And at no extra cost, Jim is also enrolled in New Wave's President's Club. As a member, Jim gets exclusive access to a dedicated customer care team. Plus, Jim gets a free pay-per-view movie every month for a year, as well as other exclusive offers. Now Jim can enjoy all the best service and features that New Wave has to offer. The President's Club, another New Wave Advantage. Call today.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
Murray Electric System is your hometown electric power and telecommunications provider. At Murray Electric, you'll experience superior customer service with phones answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by our live operator. We provide Murray with reliable electric power, digital and high-definition cable TV with DVR, high-speed internet, and excellent telephone service. Murray Electric System, serving with excellence since 1942.
We're back here on the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher, Dave Winder here, ready to wrap up our season premiere of our first report. Of course, we'll be with you every week. So, Coach, bottom line, Thursday night, what do the Racers have to do to beat the Louisville Cardinals?
We need a lot of luck, first of all. There's no question about that. Needed to be a fairly cool night. One thing, we're just not very deep. We'll travel about 61 guys to the game that are going to be eligible to play. These games are more fun for the fans, and our players look forward to them. And I guess, we look forward to the hype leading up to the game. But it's going to be very difficult. Very rarely does an upset of this nature occur, but we are going up there to win. We're going to have to be able to run the football and stop the run. And I think that's crucial because they're going to try to pound that football at us. And then I think the strength of their team is their defense. And if you've ever watched us play, we like to throw it around, but for us to be successful offensively, we got to get Mike Harris, Dwayne Brady in the mix early and get them some success. So usually most games come down to those 2 points, but this game, for us to have a chance to win, that's going to be very critical that we are successful in both of those areas.
Okay, well, are you ready, fans? I think Coach is ready. I know I'm ready for the start of the 2011 season. Hope to see you in Louisville on Thursday night at Papa John's Stadium as the Racers kick off this season. Coach, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Dave.
Actually, thanks for hosting us in the
no
locker room
problem.
today.
Y'all come back anytime.
We will. We'll see you next week on the Racer Report.